Hey everybody, I just wanted to touch base with you about how peer review is going to work this week. So in your draft 3 of writing the justice paper, you will be doing some peer review this week. So this is going to be the bulk of your work. So first thing you do is you're going to review my feedback from draft 2. This is the draft that I have printed and written on and given you lots and lots of feedback. So review my feedback first. Then if you're confused or you want to talk to me and just work out things, please schedule a conference with me, and then we can work out any details that you still are confused about. The next thing you're going to do is rewrite, right? You're going to draft. You're going to go back and you're going to rewrite parts and make it polished and get it better, right? And so you're going to use some satellite writing. Maybe you're going to revisit some of the instruction that has happened in the last several weeks leading up to this moment. And you want to think about your journey and your thesis, and of course, implementing those 6 traits of writing. Draft 3 also should include a cover letter that tells your justice group and me where you're at, what questions you have, where your trouble spots are, all of that, and what you've changed from draft 2 to draft 3. So that's all in this revision. You're going to go back, revise, right? So that is your next job. Then, after that, we're going to do the actual peer review. And that is how you're going to turn in your draft 3. First of all, you're going to make sure that your paper is either a PDF or in Microsoft Word, because those are the 2 ways that I can open your documents on D2L, and that is the most compatible for everybody, because everybody has access to Office 365. Everybody can open a Word document. And most computers are compatible with PDF. So we want everybody to have access to your work so you get your feedback. Okay? So make sure that you have it in the right documents. Do not share a Google Doc, and do not use Pages for sure, because Pages is very incompatible with D2L, and I don't have that program on my computer, so I can't open them anyway. Okay, it's just not compatible with Microsoft Word. All right, so you're going to post your draft 3 in 2 places this week. And they're both due at the same time in 2 different places. So the first place you're going to upload is in your Justice Group discussion board. You're going to attach your paper in a new thread on that discussion board. Okay? And please have this done by Wednesday, please, because everybody needs time to get through everybody else's paper. This is all about others depending on you doing your part in this whole thing. It's like a circus act, right? You have to have all 3 circles, all 3 rings in the circus working together here. So you really need to make sure that you're doing your part and getting your stuff in on time. All right, so get your stuff into the discussion board by Wednesday, please. And I think that the one video said noon, and I think the course schedule says 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. would be better than noon, but noon is the latest absolute cutoff. You have to have it in by noon, okay? Then you're also going to throw another draft into the assignment folder. And that is for me. And I will only be looking at papers that make it into the assignment folder. I will not be printing these. I have a little check sheet like I did with the personal narrative where it's in the rubrics, and I will just be checking you off of all of the major things that I will be looking at when I grade these. So you're going to be looking at, do you have major revision? Because if you have major revision, I would definitely schedule a conference with me so we can figure out what's wrong, so you can get figure it out before your final draft is due. Okay, So make sure that your paper is uploaded into the assignment folder as well. And like I said, I'm not going to go searching in your justice groups for your paper. If it's not in the assignment folder, you just won't get feedback from me. All right? So those are the two things you have to do. Well, you have to make sure it's in the right format. You need to make sure that you get it to your justice group, and you need to make sure it's in the assignment folder. Okay? And then comes the peer review. And there are two things that you're going to do for this peer review. You're going to print their paper. Now, I know that some people do not have printers, and I understand that that is a problem. So if you do not have a printer and you can figure out how to annotate online, like if you have Microsoft Word and you know how to do the review, you can do it that way, no problem. But you need to annotate the papers, okay? So I always print. That's just my preference. But if you would rather do it online, that is fine. Just make sure that you have annotated their paper. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to fill out the peer review worksheet. And that is, I'll post that in your discussion board, and I will also have it in the folder for this week. So you're going to just answer those questions. One of the things that you're going to be answering is you're going to figure out the journey that whatever paper you're reading is going on. So you're going to have to list the stops along the way. That will help your people in your group know how clear their ideas are. Okay? So that's kind of the most important part. So you're going to fill out that peer review worksheet. Then if you have printed anything, or you have written anything pencil paper, you're going to scan that. And you are going to upload it to their post. So they have posted their paper. So it says something like Meg's paper, and then see my paper below, and I have attached my paper. You're going to find that original post, and you're going to reply to it. And then you're going to post your stuff to that reply. So you will attach their paper, and you will attach the completed worksheet to that reply. So all of my stuff is going to be on my post. So if I had 3 other people reading my paper, all 3 people would have replied to my post, and I could just go to my post and I get all the feedback in one spot. That's really important. Otherwise it gets really messy and it's hard to find things. So make sure that you're doing it that way. This is due by Friday. So please get your reviewing done by Friday, so everybody has their feedback by Friday from you guys, so then they can start their revision process for their final drafts. All right, so I just wanted to go over that process with you. If you have questions, of course, email me. We can meet about it too if you want to Zoom. No problem. I would be happy to help in any way I can. But this is a really kind of exciting week. You get to read 3 other brains of how they put this paper together, and that will only help you writing your own paper as well. Plus, they're reading your paper and giving you advice about maybe another text that would really fit well, or maybe showing what is really admirable about your paper, so you know that you're on the right track. Okay, so make sure that you get your work done this week. It's kind of like we're all depending on each other. And I will see you in the next presentation.